Johnny Beecher out there for Michigan first. Opposite McEachern. McEachern won it. Penn State possesses. Right to left, they wallop it down into the Michigan zone. Back behind Portillo.
Underrated thing we didn't mention.
He has Sarlo to his right, McMenamin to his left. Wins it back. Johnson one-time drive. Redirected just wide. Hunting high glove. Blocker side on Soulier. Rebound kicks back far point. Truss got a shot. Save made by Soulier into the butterfly. Kicked it out to his right. Jimmy Lambert on the face-off for Michigan. Opposite Ben Schoen for Penn State. Far circle, one clean. Schoen striding in. Pilowitz a shot. Soars up high. Caught all glass. Back behind Portillo. Careens off the corner glass, and Penn State looks to counter out to center. McEachern holding up the far wing, gains the Michigan zone. McEachern numbers to the goal shot, backhand save made by Portillo with the left pad on the backhand shot from a tight angle far corner. McMenamin on it there for Penn State. Secures in his own end, lead pass back. Phillips gallops into the Michigan zone along the near half dasher. Phillips, the shot rises high, caught the backboards, and Michigan controls. Johnny Beecher starts the keeps at the near point, shoots it off a leg. Now grabbed by Copeland, couldn't finagle it on out. Wedged free by Beecher, pestered by Copeland. Van Wyen tight, shot, save. Soulier for Penn State, down into the butterfly off his stick. Neutral zone, redirected by Kerwin at the red line, in towards Portillo. One hands it out into the corner, and Michigan starts out of its own zone. It's a 3-on-3 through center. We've got a whistle back behind play. There's a penalty on Michigan. It's a slashing call, and Penn State is going to get the early power play here. It comes 4:07 into the opening period and a scoreless first period so far. Penn State's power play 17th nationally, 23.5%, 5 of their last 17. Clean face-off win. McEachern near circle, settles and drives. Save made. Portillo into the butterfly for Michigan. Copeland freezes it in the near corner, slides it back near point. Walking the line, Phillips. Left-handed wrist shot, traffic off of Portillo. Couple of bodies there screening him. Gratton's right atop the crease lurking. Copeland races after it, centers, slot, turnaround, drive! McMenamin stoned by Portillo into the butterfly again. Beat him to the puck, and Michigan has the biscuit out of their own zone. It's a 4-on-3 through center to the Penn State line. Kent Johnson, center point. Holtz near circle. Holtz shot, header right, pad save, triggered out, and booted out by Liam Soulier. And Penn State dumps back into the Michigan end as far as the hash marks. They'll change. Wolverines left to right, 7 minutes in. No score opening period. Teams are 5-on-5 again. Penn State unable to strike on the power play. Soulier misplayed the puck, rattled out front. Backhand top shelf score. And Michigan has the 1-0 lead. Soulier went down to cover. It pinballed right off his leg pads, right to the front of the goal. And Brisson was there to take the loose change. Top shelf, and Michigan has the lead 1-0. 7:02 into the first. Angle deep Kerwin there. Kerwin zips to the puck, back far point, controlled by Jimmy Dowd for Penn State. To her left, shoots down low, turning back door. Wall unable to get the feed from Kerwin. Scramble out front. Copeland trying to stash the rebound on. Portillo with that big frame blocked the cross crease pass. Gratton now to her left for Penn State. Closed off by Truscott, turning. Passage off, dug on free Gratton. Gratton slings it back near point Berger. Berger a drive, right pat save Portillo with a player crashing the crease. Paquette from the half boards, his shot was blocked by Luke Hughes with a wrist shot, blocker side on Soulier, and here comes Penn State, a 2-on-1. McMenamin flying near wing, centers out front. Sarlo 1-on-2, crashing the crease. He goes down. The net comes off the moorings as Portillo went down as well. The puck stays out even though Summers went into the goal for Michigan. Flag down at the red line, though, and batted forward by Kenny Johnson. Right to left again. Johnson from his own line. Ryan Kerwin throws it into the Michigan zone. Kerwin near circle, a snipe, and a save by Portillo. He pins the puck against his chest for Michigan. Man, Power is so good at 6'5". His mobility as a big defenseman, so impressive.
It's so impressive, and his reach is so long, too. He does a great job of keeping pucks in at the blue line.
Carson Dick squeezing out to center. He is crunched. That was a high hit by Pearson. Penalty on the play. Right at the red line along the near boards, and crunched against the near dasher.
Oh,
8:24 to go first period, 1-0 Michigan, and now it's down to McEachern near point. Now they can set up. McEachern back down near point, down across far circle. Schoen settles, returns down. Down center point, McEachern near point, strides in, shot, Portillo into the butterfly. He made the stop. Late reaction into the butterfly, but he was able just to get those big pillows down on the ice in time to make the save for Michigan. No rebound that time. Gratton, McMenamin, Wall, Phillips, and Copeland, the 5 for Penn State. They win the faceoff. Phillips, left-handed pass atop the far circle. Copeland strides in, guns wide. Hunting blocker side, careens off the end dasher all the way back out. Rings it to the far corner. Kerwin there, hands Lampa below the far circle. Lampa goes into the far circle. Kerwin snipes, save, rebound off Portillo. Scramble near the goal crease. Summers closes Paquette off, slid back near point. Berger strides in near circle. 2:20 left on the power play. 1-0 Michigan. Nothing to show for it yet here. Penn State cycles again. Far half boards a drive. Redirected out front, went off Portillo. Lampa's right near the net mouth. 1:35 left power play. McEachran slings it across. Settled top of the far circle down. Down out front. Settled slot. Bouncing. Jam back away from McLean. Flung back center point McEachran. McEachran back door. Angled out front. Back door. There's Sarlo again across the crease from the far side. Unable to deflect it on. McLean keeps center point. Shown far circle. Waits and fires. Blocker save. Portillo for Michigan. And on the rebound, it's golfed out by Lambert back into the Penn State zone. Penn State just trying to break the dam here. Behind the goal, Motors Copeland. Copeland, Michigan zone. Goes 360 in the Michigan end. Hands near point Phillips to the near half boards for Wall. Wall waits. Fires down low. Portillo save, rebound. Luke Hughes to it first and clears. All the way down to Soulier. He's going to play it. Michigan will. Phillips races over, keeps, chips it up the far wall. Picked off by Hughes for Michigan, out to center. Loose puck at the Penn State line. Michigan short-handed in. Breakaway Hughes. He'll fire. Save made Soulier. And it kicks all the way back out to center. Grattan, and he coughs it up in the neutral zone. Chip back into the Penn State end.
Key goal. I mean, on that dump in, if you give Soulier 100 of those, I guarantee you one.
Just can't get on the board. 1-0 Michigan, knifing through center. Bordelot dances around one, high slot, passage off, drags, fires, shot, blocked off the body, goes knuckling just wide. Wound back near point, Michigan controls. Owen Power on the forehand. Nittany Lions get the high turnover. Through center, Paquette, it's a 2-on-2 against the Michigan zone. Snipes from just across the blue line at the Big Ten logo. Rises high and caught the glass. Canceled at the hash marks. Johnson comes up to play the puck. Could not. Michigan 2-on-2 to the Penn State zone. Top of the far circle. Johnson a shot. Swallowed in on a left-handed wrist shot from atop the far circle. Soulier to his right for Penn State. Makes the save as 10 years of program history. They're in one of those lulls. They just can't break through. Michigan controls, far point shot off a stick out front. Lambert was there for Michigan. They attack to her right. Truscott winds, hammers down low, cranking that one towards the goal. It was blocked out front again. Penn State taps through center as far as the Michigan line. Holtz picks it off there. He'll stride up the near wall, hands Lambert. Penn State end, near half boards. Looks to go back to the line. Morgan, a quick shot, redirected high of the goal by Duke. Phillips off the face-off inside the Penn State zone. Harassed out to center. Sarlo returns Phillips to the Michigan line. Phillips one-on-one into the zone. Hampered from behind. Slot gets it right back. Fires. Portillo save off the leg pads right out front between the dots again. The rebound was juicy, but no one was there wearing white to put it back on. It's juggled at center. Settled down by Copeland, who watches as Kerwin shovels a backhander into the Michigan zone as the opening period comes to a close. And Michigan has a 1-0 lead on Brendan Brisson. Michigan's really talented, but they're young too. If you can get the momentum and the crowd into it, you wonder how they'll handle that adversity. Puck is dropped, second period underway. Michigan pries it back into its own zone. Mack controls, Mack fires down low, redirected on, fluttered into the air, pawed down McEachran. Slot tucks it back, far point, Johnson winds and drives, redirected, backdoor, score! Connor McMenamin! Connor McMenamin on the redirect out front, got the puck, stuffed it in, and Penn State finally is on the board. 1-1. 36 seconds into the second period. That's how you start a period, and it all started with Kenny Johnson getting the puck on goal from the line. Below the goal line, Michigan territory. Michigan comes out of its own zone, evacuated to center, rink wide near side Duke. Duke a 2-on-2 to the Penn State zone. Hughes drives the goal, shoots, scores, top shelf, glove side on Soulier. Luke Hughes just burnt the D. Got his stride there and a great feed out front. Hughes top shelf, Michigan up 2-1. So Luke Hughes with his 5th of the year in tight, 17-16 to go. Far point walking up the line. A Phillips shot was blocked. Comes back near point. DeNaples drives, blocked by Dylan Duke. DeNaples goes down near half boards. No penalty on the play. Fired far point by Phillips wide of the goal. Trampoline's out near side, and DeNaples' shot was blocked off the stick. We saw that last night. Face-off win, Penn State. Down, chugs up the near wall. Shot out front. Jammed to the goal. Backdoor wall. Has to chase it down to the far corner. Treks after it and fumbled it. Dribbles back out to center. Chipped into the Penn State zone. Johnson back to Hughes. High slot. Penn State out of traffic. Comes up with the puck. Nittany Lions have numbers. Carson Dick into the Michigan zone. Far circle. Shot. Butterfly saved by Portillo for Michigan to his right. And he controls the rebound, setting it out of play to his right. Came in 6th in the country in total face-off wins this year. Bordelot lugs it coast to coast. Penn State zone, dangle, slot, shot, rebound, chip back on. Great save by Soulier there as Bordelot does not need much space. Hughes spins away from Lampa, chugs up the far wall, centers. Lampa pestering in deep, and now up high as the shot comes from the center point by Luke Morgan. And it's kicked into the air and gloved quickly by Soulier. There's not much of a rebound. Race for it, neutral zone, deflected down into the Michigan zone. Sarlo on his horse, motors to it, throws it on, off Portillo, right back out front. Beniers back checks and has the puck, then rifles out to the senior. Exits out to center, wall twisted near wing, down into the Michigan zone. Kerwin sprawls, gets to it out front. McEachran closed off, penalty upcoming. Phillips far corner, Kerwin back behind the goal, off of body. Pinballs out front, contacted by Michigan. Penn State back on the power play. Old high slot by a curling Dylan Duke. Beniers back across, slung back door and angled. Oh, I thought they were trying to come across to Lambert. Instead, it was Duke charging towards the goal with the redirect high. From the far circle was blocked by Johnson. Duke from below the goal line centers. Power shot blocked between the dots, but right to Johnson, back door. And there's Beniers at the net mouth to angle it home on the power play. 10:03 into the second period. They strike on the power play.
Some courageous blocks by the Nittany Lions. Johnson comes diving in. McLean is there.
And Michigan has that 2-goal edge now, so Penn State will have to come from a bit further behind. Wolverines out to center, chugging into the Penn State line, darting into the Penn State zone. A shot by Luke Morgan from the top of the far face-off circle was guided out by Soulier. Connor McEachran, though, lassos in his own end. He's knocked down at his own line, finagled out to center, only as far as the red stripe. Michigan D-to-D, lead pass at center, picked off by Penn State. McEachran back into the Michigan zone. Easy save for Portillo on the long-range shot. Instead, it's dumped deep into the Penn State zone by the Wolverines. Penn State's down 2, 8 minutes to play, second period. Lampa into the Michigan zone, throws one towards the net with the backhand. Paquette drives the goal, couldn't flag it down and redirect it on. Instead, it just rolls into Portillo for Michigan. Wolverines controlling in their own zone. Now lead past Penn State line, 2-on-1. Passage off near wing. Waits, drags, fires. Butterfly save made by Soulier in deep. Penn State looks to counter. Simon Mack, lead pass, exit feed out to center wall. Bordelot twists to the Penn State line. Mack cancels, lead pass, wall breakaway. Penn State wall in. Dangles, fires through the net mouth. Knocked down. Backdoor fired off a body. Kerwin tries to deflect it back on. He went through his legs. Sprawling out. Portillo to his left, covers for Michigan. They're in the net mouth.
Another great chance there for Penn State. Wall tried to go forehand, backhand across Portillo, never got a shot away. Copeland then on the turnaround.
Spins free, centers out front off a body, goes soaring high and sails into the far corner. Beecher with it there off a body, reeled in Gratton, fires down low, sticked out by Portillo, sliding from right to left. Our point, Summers walks the line, harassed up high, keeps it alive in the Penn State zone. McLean's right there on him. Instead, he gets it deep. Duke turnaround stuff attempt on the backhand to the near side of the goal, and Soulier for Penn State hugs the near post and makes the save. Now it's Luke Morgan again from below the goal line, centering feed across, and a sliding save, snared. What a stop by Soulier from right to left, flashing the leather. He'll hang on and stop play. Here in period 2.
That's an excellent one on Duke. He just reads it well. Has that glove in a good spot, almost reaching out to try to cut down the angle a little bit.
Michigan wins the draw. Truscott, far point, Holtz from along the dasher. A shot kicked out by Soulier again for Penn State. Needs to get that on target. Now Michigan will counter. Granowitz to the Penn State line, hands for Bordelot. A 2-on-2 shot, snared again by Soulier. Off his left hip, this time out to his right. He was not screened. And you have Pilowitz and Granowitz face to face in Penn State's goal crease. Carefully guided away by Soulier from the butterfly with his stick. Luke Hughes walks the line for Michigan, attacking to her left. Hughes drops it, Power reels it in, long reach. Shakes, a little shimmy, hands back Bordelot. Bordelot's slot, we're 5-on-5. He snipes and scores! Top shelf, Bordelot from the slot. Blocker side, 4-1 Michigan. 1:15 left in the second period. And they have the 4 Michigan goals.
Couple back.
Near circle controlled by Michigan. Duke will elevate out to center, and it arches down to the Penn State end, and that will end the second period. Michigan 4, Penn State 1. We owe you a break here on the Penn State Sports Network from Learfield. The net mouth, and Zulier down on his belly, couldn't recover. Power time in space there despite some traffic. Fires it into the twine. Michigan 5, Penn State 1.
Was caught defending for a long time here, and some follow-up chances with Zulier down. Penn State, they're collapsing in, trying to defend. All 5 Nittany Lions end up within a couple feet of the crease.
One of those veteran presence for the Wolverines. Penn State right to left to 2-on-2. Flying through center, pass near wing Paquette. Lamp against the Michigan zone. Throws one on from the half boards and swallowed in by Portillo. Out to his right, he'll hold it and stop play. Blocked away by Lambert. Out to center, he carries out of his own zone to the Penn State line. Pass far wing, dealt into the Penn State zone. Canceled at the hash marks by Mack behind the goal. Now slid Lambert out front. Morgan trying to go back door. He had Zulier transitioning to his right by McMenamin. Races out of his own zone to the red line at center. And erased there by Van Wy. Michigan controls. Luke Hughes in his own zone. Lead past Penn State line. Van Wy a step, snipes high, and it goes off the shoulder and mask of Zulier high. He made the stop, the Penn State netminder.
It's a great crowd tonight. It's been ready to go off.
Jumping over the boards now, Copeland, Wall, and Kerwin the forwards. Berger and Dowd on D. Samiskevich dangles into the Penn State zone, drags and fires. His shot was blocked near circle. Van Wy a slot shot. Right pad saved by Zulier, kicks it into the far corner. And again, Penn State struggling to find its footing here in a third period. 4 minutes into the third. Racing through center, a 2-on-2. Ryan Kerwin, a rising shot, cut all glass. Dowd in tight, coughs it on, saved by Portillo. Michigan to the rebound, tied up in the far corner by Kerwin. Whips a backhander towards the goal, and Portillo fends that off. Copeland high slot. It is closing off its end here. Johnson rink wide far side. Paquette gains the zone, rifles wide. And Michigan comes out of its own territory from left to right. Passage off to the Penn State line, dumps it in. Johnson corrals in his own zone, banks it off the glass, pawed down at center by Schoen. A 3-on-3 to the Michigan end. Schoen near wing, knifes into the slot. Schoen to the forehand. Schoen far circle, fires, snatched calmly by a standing Portillo. Crossbar high, he'll hold it and stop play. It's not like they haven't had chances here in the series. Penn State, Lampa the steal, centers out front, Schoen redirect, and a rebound try for Paquette was get a little momentum back in the hockey game. It's been all Wolverines. Stretch pass to center, into the Penn State zone, scurries Garrett Van Wy near wing. Juggles, flings it towards the goal, covered by Zulier, now pushing and shoving. He just Penn State out of its own zone off the face-off. Copeland in towards Portillo, comes way out to play. It stumbles down to the corner. The net is vacated, but Penn State finally getting the puck. And it's Kerwin trying to bank it off. Portillo went back far point. A shot by Mack, redirected out front by Kerwin. Kerwin's been good here in this hockey game. Copeland endboards, lassos in again. Turns, forehand, Wall over skates. Copeland jams, side of the goal. Bouncing puck, turns, twist, Pillowit, slot, fires! Wide of the goal, booted out by Portillo. There wasn't room short side. Scooped up by Kerwin in his own zone. Exit feed out to center, pawed down by Michigan at the center ice logo. Scooped up by Copeland. He's tripped down, Copeland stays with it. Fires, and a save by Portillo on the wrist shot. A right-handed wrist shot from the far dot. Portillo to his left, swallows it in belt high. Penn State on the power play. I think he's undervalued as a 30th overall pick of the Bruins. At center, Penn State wins the draw. Carries Michigan zone. They'll set up here on the power play. McEachran tipped between the dots by McLean, wide of Portillo, who went down. Quickly hammered back down towards Zulier. There are 2 Wolverines on him. Tries to saucer out. Portillo blocks it. Scramble near the net mouth. Wall secures, rescuing the puck. 50 seconds left on this power play. Wall wiggles, shakes, tripped down. Penalty Michigan. 48 seconds of a 5-on-3 coming up. It's Nolan Moyle that time. Phillips, top of the far circle, Wall. Wall waits, slides it side of the goal. Peeling to the far half boards. McMenamin back center point, Phillips. Phillips to McMenamin. One-time drive, soars high, caught the glass. Careens back near point and leaks back out to center and down into the Penn State zone. Kerwin across, atop the far ring. McMenamin, Phillips center point. 3 seconds, 5-on-3. Phillips high slot. Phillips waits, delays. Truscott's out. It's a 5-on-4 for the next 110. Truscott out of the box, almost the steal. Wall far circle, backdoor. Kerwin shot, backdoor rebound, score! Power play goal, 5-7, 54 to play. Ben Copeland atop the goal crease, slams it in. Jammed back out to center by Michigan, and now Michigan numbers. Johnson to the Penn State line. Johnson with the man driving the goal. That's Brisson, leaves it trailer. Hughes shot, scores! Luke Hughes in the slot, is second of the game. That is a snipe. He buries it. 6-2 Michigan. 7:19 to play third period, and they answer in the blink of an eye again. Luke Hughes in the slot, got free. Oscar Audio made a big save on him last night in that area.
I mean, Soulier is reading this shot. He's reading Hughes. Lampa is putting a stick in there to hamper a little bit.
McMenamin, a drag and a fire, and he rifles high, trying to go glove side. Caught the back glass, covered by Portillo on the trampoline, and puck back out in front. Attacking to our left, McMenamin angles along the near boards. McEachran towards the side of the goal, loose back behind the net. McMenamin centers, jammed on. McEachran save Portillo. Butterfly stop, pounces on a small rebound that trickled out to his right. Scooped up in support by McLean, tries to scoot on free and does. Goes back to Carson Dick, side of the goal, stuff attempt, loose in a scramble out front, still loose in front of the crease. Michigan is there. Pinballs around in the slot, and Michigan controls. Here comes Johnny Beecher cruising up the far wing, jets past Pilowitz towards the goal, knifes on a backhand shot loose. Sam Escavage jams it back through the net mouth. Squeezes around one, up the near wing. Phillips chased him back deep though. Pilowitz rubbed him off the puck. Michigan controls. Summers a near point shot, soars up high. He is pestered, keeps it deep in the Penn State zone. Bresson's on it, far circle. Bresson shot, saves Soulier off his stick into the far corner. All Michigan. Portillo, left to right, gains the Penn State zone. Drops it back near point, Lambert, and contacted by Penn State. And there is the whistle to stop play. Needs to hammer it out. He's going to weave around one. Here comes McLean, short-handed, one-on-one with Hughes. Chugs wide. McLean from the bad angle, shot off the side of the Michigan goal to the left of Portillo. Holtz back center point. Truscott Holtz, top the far circle. Penn State back at 5, by the way. The power play has ended. Sarlo contacts, and there's the whistle to stop play with 20 seconds left. And Kenny Johnson with a hard hit along the boards. I'm not sure if they'll look at that or not. Bookstore, the official bookstore of Penn State Athletics. So what do you learn here from this series, Eric? Just throwing a couple of bodies out here on the power play to wind this one down. Controlled by Penn State, off a body out front. Morgan dangles, shot, save. Soulier deep in his crease. Left toe save, and there's the horn to end this one. 6-2, Michigan wins it. And Michigan gets the sweep, the first sweep in the series between these two rivals since 2018. They come into Pagula and sweep Penn State, the Big Ten home opening series.